So in the last video, we created our first program, and it was a simple program. We just outputted the text hello world in the console. But nevertheless, you should congratulate yourself because you made the computer do something. Now, what I'll do in this video, I'm gonna change this text from hello world to hello Alex, and I'm gonna output this value I'm gonna output this text in the console. So I'm gonna run this code. I'm gonna run it from the top, from the right hand side here, and to get hello Alex outputted in the console. And you can add another print line here, which is going to output something else. And we can put here double pair of quotation marks, and we type here hello, let's say Ioana. And now if you run this, also from the top right hand side, we get hello Alex and hello Ioana. And let's change this to an exclamation mark. So we get hello world and hello Ioana. But the way we have our code now, it will always output hello Alex or hello Ioana. And in programming, you want to have things more flexible because the name could be anything, and in that way you don't want to type like we type directly the name and out on the console. Instead we should find a way to get the name and output that name in the console, whatever the name is, and the name could come from the user input. And to do that, you need to use variables, and you can imagine variables like some small containers in which you can put data, and this data that you can put in containers, in those containers, can be of different types. So you can have a container for text, you can have a container for numbers, you can have a container for floating point numbers, and those are numbers which have a decimal part, and they are separated in this by what value they can store. So one can store text, one can store a number, one can store a floating point number, and they are separated in those groups, which is called the data types. They are data types, because in this way we don't do things which doesn't make sense for the computer. So let's say that you want to add the number 28 to the text hello. For the computer, that will not have any sense. So in this is why you need to separate your code, and you have those small containers in which you can put data. But enough with the speaking. Let's see how you can create a variable. And to create a variable, go up here. You don't need to go up here, but go up here, because you first need to create the variable, and then we're able to use it. And the first variable is going to be called name, and we're going to to create a variable, just type the name of the variable. So the name is name, and we put equals, we put double pair of quotation marks, Alex. So we have now the name Alex stored in the variable name. Next, we're going to have another variable called name2, and this is going to hold the value Ioana. So we put Ioana here. Now, how we can use the value of that variable here? How you can use it here? What we can do is delete this hello Alex, and instead of hello Alex, I'm gonna put plus, and it's gonna concatenate that string. So I'm gonna type here hello, and I'm gonna type name, and IntelliJ is giving us some hints. So he's saying, do you mean this name variable that you declared above? And we say yes, that variable, and we press enter to fill in that for us. So we have hello, and now we have name. And we do the same thing here. We delete the value that we type directly here, and we put instead hello name2. Now if you run this code, now you get hello Alex and hello Ioana. And you can put also an exclamation mark if you want, but I'm going to keep it as it is. And now we did this by storing the values Alex and Ioana in variables. And again, this value can come from the user input, and it can be anything. And now in this way, by putting the variable here, if this variable is in multiple places, let's say that I have multiple print lines in this case, and use that variable name, when you change the name of let's say to Alexandro, you just change it in one place, the value of the name, and it will be reflected in all the places where you use the variable. So now if I run this, we get hello Alexandro, because it was changed immediately, and here it's just using whatever value the variable has. So this is our discussion about string variables. In the next video, we'll look at the next data types that we can use, and those are the integer, the floating point numbers, and so on.